All right, 6:38. Scott Crothers is back at the podium. Good morning, Scott Crothers.
Good morning, McGraw.
Wild ride at the end of the week. We were down just under 300 on Friday. How'd we finish the week?
Right, tough day on Friday. The Dow was down 296 to 24,688. Now, Wall Street fell, weighed by disappointing earnings by Amazon and Alphabet. Tumbling equity markets boosted demand for safe haven treasuries and gold. While the dollar fell, oil prices rose. Now, that was supported by expectations that sanctions on Iran would tighten global supplies. So, all in all, just a pretty tough day on Friday.
Yeah, pretty tough week when it was all said and done. What do we hear from IBM?
Well, good news out of IBM. They said on Sunday it would acquire Red Hat software for $34 billion. It is seeking to diversify its technology, hardware, and consulting business into higher-margin products and services. IBM has a market cap of $114 billion and will pay $190 a share for Red Hat with the 63% premium to Friday's close. It's kind of funny about this. Red Hat, if you might remember, they were founded back in 1993, and they specialize in the Linux operating system. And so that was a system that was basically born to compete against Microsoft's operating system.
Yeah.
So you don't hear much about someone buying an older company with an old operating system that was created that long ago to compete in the cloud business today.
For $36 billion.
Right.
Yeah.
For 34, yeah.
Right.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, you buy it for $20 in the trash heap. You don't buy it for $34 billion. What do we know about long-term care policies?
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Big U.S. life insurance companies are bracing for higher payouts to owners of long-term care policies that cover expenses like assisted living for the elderly customers. They are reviewing assumptions made many years ago when life expectancies were shorter. Premiums they initially set has not been enough to cover customers who live into their 80s and 90s. Many insurers are boosting reserves by at least 10%. It's almost like that's some of the same thing that's happening with Social Security right now.
Yeah, interesting. And then value as opposed to growth. Is that what you're talking about? Value's back?
Exactly. It seems like the go-go stock days are gone, at least here lately. Paying up for growth stocks has paid off hugely over the past 5 years. Growth stocks have beaten rivals by about 2-1. In the last month, the wheels have come off that, and people are looking for more value stocks, like consumer staples and utilities, and you're seeing that rotation happening right now.
All right, Scott Crothers, how do the markets look today after that wild ride last week?
Well, today the futures look up 146 right now. We get earnings from Mondelez International today, and they're expected to report a fall in third-quarter revenue. We also see U.S. consumer spending is expected to have grown to an annualized rate of 0.4% in September. We also get the core PCE index is forecast edging up 0.1%, and personal income will likely edge up about 0.4%. See if those numbers come out as expected, and that'll help move the markets today.
Scott Crothers, have yourself a good week. Good to have you back, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thanks for